Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of McCall Media TV. Now, I wasn't actually planning to necessarily film a video today, but I've just heard a knock on the door and a nice delivery man from Amazon was there waiting for me with the following package. Now, I'm just going to show you. Basically, it's to help people like you and me who are busy filming using their iPhones or their mobile smartphones, as it were. Now, I am on a journey with my YouTube channel because I'm actually trying really hard to not buy expensive equipment. A, because it's an early part of my business venture and I don't want to have major expenses that I don't necessarily need, and B, because a lot of the people that I want to serve and help are also small solopreneurs, and I think realistically their journey and mine are quite similar, and they also won't necessarily want to have huge major expenses. Now, I have been I wouldn't say struggling, but I have been coping with a couple of very, very cheap little devices that I've had for like 3 or 4 years. I'm just going to lean over behind me because if you can see in this corner, and I'll try and zoom in a bit, excuse my tinfoil, my curtains fell down just as we went on the coronavirus lockdown, so I've not been able to buy a curtain pole and put it up yet. But I have a shoebox, she says. I have a shoebox and this tiny little, and I think it was £3. Now, it may well be different in price now, but this amazing little tiny device that I use as my my tripod for filming, so it's nice and stable when I am doing my videos. So what I generally do, as you can see with my shoebox, the height of this is very small. It's sort of about 4 or 5 inches the length of the legs. I use my shoebox with a couple of nice sturdy computing books on top, because that's what a girl has to do, and I generally position it just in the corner of my 2 monitors here, and I put my iPhone on it like that, and then I fiddle around and I get the view right and so on and so forth. It's a bit of a fluff, but it's been working for me for the last sort of 6 weeks while I've been starting out on my YouTube journey, and I have had every intention of basically upgrading, because in some respects it does do my head in a little bit, because as you can tell, the legs on that are only tiny. But I was going to wait until actually further down the line, and that is until about 2 weeks ago. I got an email from an American company saying, we've seen your videos, would you be happy to do a review on a ring light, and it's like a holder for your iPhone? And I was like, sure, never done this before in my life, but I'll give it a go. And I wasn't expecting, because of the whole coronavirus, everybody in the world going in lockdown and this, that and the other, when they order, we obviously conversed back and forth a little bit, and have obviously had to order through Amazon because they've got the delivery structure set up at the moment. But when I did all of that, I wasn't expecting this. The delivery was saying something like the end of May or something. It was like sort of 6-7 weeks down the line. Taken 2 weeks, which is quite surprising, and so I wanted to open it with you guys now and basically take you on the journey and experience with me, because I have already requested a similar type setup and request from my other half as a birthday present, because it's my birthday at the end of the month, saying I'd really like to have X product, because, you know, I can't survive with this tiny little tripod any longer. And he was like, yeah, we'll talk about it nearer the time, which is fair enough. But then this whole opportunity's come along, and I thought, actually, yeah, why not? Let's give it a go and see what happens. Now, I'm just opening it for the first time. I've just taken off the outside seal. So we have, I should imagine that it's like the legs, so I'll open that in a second. Let's just make sure there's nothing else in the box. Okay, so it's very nicely wrapped, as we can see there, and that's obviously the ring light. Now, I have absolutely no idea how to set this up, so I'm going to stop the video for a couple of minutes while I get all my ducks in a row. And there's obviously bits that looks like a stand. That's obviously the phone holder. I don't know really what goes together. So while I work out this little jigsaw and read the instructions, I will be back in a minute with the product assembled, so we can have a bit more of a chat about it. Okay, so I've got it all set up now, and I've got, actually, got a USB cable that's actually plugged into my computer under my desk at the moment, so you have to excuse the wire hanging out. When I actually get to set this up properly, I will feed the wire around the back of my computer. But I do need to keep hold. I don't know if you can see that properly here. Let me get this out of the way. There is a little kind of control on the wire itself that feeds, and it basically turns on the ring light. So there we go. And as you can see, it's really quite powerful. And you've also got on there brightness and a different type of light. So let me just turn it on first. So this is like a, I think this is a white light. Let me have a look. So sorry, that's a white light, and that's more of like a yellow light. So you've got a couple of options there. And then I think it's at max at the moment, because nothing's going to change. And then we've got, there you go, you can make it a bit dimmer, which also I think is pretty cool. Okay, so things to note when I was setting it up. Let me just turn the light off itself for the moment so you can see me while I'm talking. Okay, so things to bear in mind. The tripod stand. Now, I think this is the only criticism within the first few seconds that I thought I'm going to have. It's got these little pads to help set it on a desk, but my desk, I mean, it's only a wooden desk. It's not very fancy. It's from IKEA. The surface is quite slick. And already the weight of the ring with these tiny little pads that kind of don't do really anything means that it instantly kind of does the splits, and the stand legs instantly go out like that. So one of the little things I think I'm already going to have a little bit of a battle with is basically adjusting the stand so it's kind of the right height. It's not too bad. Let me just put it beside me, as you can see here. But you can see already it won't stand because the table's too slippy. So maybe I need to put it on like a towel, which kind of defeats the object a little bit, I think. But if I leave it so it's on full flat, as you can see there now, it's quite stable. And then what you've got is a little joint here that has like a ball in it, so that the whole thing can be twisted and moved and turned. And then what we've got, so I then attach the actual ring light, and then I attach this little kind of arm thing which you can bend around, which your iPhone will sit in, which I've not yet tried. Now, the other thing that I actually got that I didn't realise that also came with it is this tiny little controller, okay, which, and I've had to put my glasses on, the text is so tiny. That's me showing my age, because about 5 years ago I was still being able to read this, but it looks like I have to download a Camera 360 app from the App Store, use the remote control to program the camera on how to basically, I don't know if it's to move the actual stand or what. So I've got to have a bit of a play. Like I said, I'm doing this on the fly with you guys. I don't really know anything more or what to expect. Okay, so I have just moved it and now attached my camera, but I've just got the cable here, as you can see, and I'm just going to turn on. So at the moment I am talking without the ring light on. Let me just move and just adjust the angle just a little bit. I haven't obviously got the controller sorted out just yet, so I'm now going to turn it on, and I think maybe that still helps me a little bit. Let me just make it brighter. Take them off. Okay, so the light in my room at the moment is really quite poor because, like I just said at the beginning of the video, literally the weekend that the whole world went into lockdown, my curtain pole fell down. So I have been having to survive because I can't get to the DIY store at the moment with tin foil on my window, because that's what a girl has to do when you are filming your YouTube videos. And let's just to show you what I'm working with here. There you go. So as the sun moves around, I move the tin foil off my window. But these things are here to try us. It builds moral character. Anyway, so I don't think the light is too fabulous in my room right now. And I don't want to turn on the ceiling light because I think that's going to affect things. So I'm just changing my hair. So I think when I move forward, which I think people doing makeup videos, this would be pretty cool for, but I think because I want to sit a bit further back, I don't think the light is actually that strong for me. It might work a lot better for me if I want to do any videos in the evening or at night time. I generally film during the day because of where my little office is in my house. What I generally have is that sort of 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning to about 8 o'clock, where the sun is not quite up enough yet to have direct light coming in, but it's bright. And then the light literally is like having a fog light beaming straight through my window. It's horrendous. It's beautiful, but it's horrendous for filming for about 3 hours till about 11 o'clock as the sun moves around, and then from 11 till about 4 in the afternoon I've got quite nice natural lighting because it's bright outside but it's not direct light coming in into my room. So at the moment I'm filming this, it's about 4 in the afternoon. So a little bit of tweaking I suppose needs to go on. I'll tell you what I am going to do, just real quickly, let me put that other second sheet of tin foil back up on the window and I will see if that makes a difference. In fact, let me just stay there and talk to you. There we go. So yeah, I suppose if it was night time, this might work. It looks a little better if I'm this close. So pretend I was doing a makeup video. That's not my kind of thing, as you can probably tell. I'm a bit of a sort of a vest top and t-shirt type kind of girl with my flip-flops in the summer. But yeah, we can see. So it's not too bad. I think for the £20, I think it's $19.99 or US dollars, thereabouts, 20-ish. Versus the next one on the market, or the one I was looking at as the full rig, was about 150. I think this is a fabulous 20 quid that you could spend, and I'm quite chuffed with it so far. I still need to figure out this app though. That's the bit that I haven't done yet, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I downloaded the app. I'm still using the ring light, by the way, so that you can tell the difference, but I downloaded the app and the app really is there. It's like a kind of, to be honest with you, it's like a kind of an Instagrammers or a TikTokers type of app that basically allows you to film and put like little gimmicks and stickers and this, that and the other all over whilst you're doing photos and selfies and things like that. So for I've got a friend who is a fabulous Instagrammer and she's got an awesome TikTok account and she does lots of beauty and fashion. I think this would be awesome for her, this particular app. But for me, doing my YouTube videos, teaching you guys as business entrepreneurs how to do various tasks in your business, I don't think I'm going to have any need for you guys to see what colour lipstick I have on, if at all. So in that sense, I might just have a play with the app out of curiosity later on. It's probably something that my 10-year-old is probably going to enjoy more than myself, but there we are. So I just thought again I would show you the video with what it's like with and without. Now again, I've just taken the second tin foil off my window. I can't see anything now. All I've got is this yellow ring light in my eyes, like I've been staring at a light bulb. One of the things I realise I'm going to have problems with, and this isn't a criticism of the product, it's going to be the fact that I'm an old, I was going to say an old fart, but I'm an older person who basically now needs to use glasses to see anything, and of course if I do that, can you see I kind of like got this ring light thing. It's quite funky actually, but yeah, I might have to sort of position myself like a librarian to talk down so that you don't get the reflection on my glasses, which might cause some fun during my editing stages, yeah, because you don't want to see a double chin. But there we go. I thought I would there we go. I thought I would just do a sort of a bit more informal, fun, behind the scenes look at what it's like in the world of running a YouTube. Let me see if I lower that, makes it a bit better. Definitely makes me be able to see what I'm doing now. So anyway, if you like this video, I am going to put all the links below. There will be an affiliate link for buying this on Amazon, because you know I make these videos for free, and so every now and again when I get like an opportunity like this being my first one, I'm going to obviously try and work to help fund this channel and my efforts. So the product itself, I can't remember the actual name of it. It's by YOOZON. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. If I'm all honestly, I might have to Google it in a minute. But it's a beauty LED ring light. There we go. And it does have a model number. If that's any help to you guys, it's F for Freddy -532 F for Freddy 1. There we go. And again, I'll try and, I don't know if it's way too small, but there you go. Okay, so it's cost me about £20. They said it was going to take about 6 weeks to arrive because of the whole world going into coronavirus. We don't know who's working and what deliveries and things are taking place, but actually, despite all that happening, it's taken 2 weeks. So that's quite impressive. I think the only criticism I genuinely have right now is the fact that I want to be able to move the stand higher by having the legs brought in, and I just can't do that because of the weight of the whole mechanism. It just instantly slides out and those legs do the splits again. So I need to find a towel or something that's got traction that they can sort of stick to, as it were, in order to raise it up, because I definitely don't want to be using any more shoe boxes, and I definitely don't want to be using any more books to stand things on. So there we go. Anyway, I thought I would do that little not interview, but that little insight into this first review of a product that I've been asked to look into for you guys. So I'm quite excited and quite chuffed to have been asked already, even though my YouTube channel is still small. So thank you very much to these guys. And now that I've done this particular product, there's a chance actually I might even buy a second one, to be honest with you, because the light, obviously I've got the reflection, it's not too bad when I'm talking, but obviously this way round, maybe I could do with like another one here, because I've got I don't think I've got it set up, but I have got a proper full photography studio, continuous light, but in this tiny little office it's like it takes up the whole space and I'm kind of stuck like a sardine. So actually this light might actually solve 2 or 3 other problems for me in that sense, so that I don't have this half of my face dark, that half too bright, and I can help even things out a little bit. I'm just trying to see how I could adjust things, but anyway, I thought that's where I'm at the moment. That's it from me for now. If you've got any questions, put your comments below. I will do my best to answer them. I'm not being paid to do this. All I have been done is asked to review it, and they have sent me this item. So my testimonials in that sense are completely legitimate as to my personal opinion. So obviously do your own homework, do your own research, and don't come screaming at me if it's not the product for you. I can only tell you from my perspective and my opinion, and I'm being as honest as I possibly can. But for £20, I think this is a fabulous little tool. It will definitely help you out, especially in situations like mine when you're in a nice stable office environment and not moving around, or on a desk whilst you're doing your beauty makeup. I can see that working really well, which I think this is really what it's for. And there you go. So check out the link, subscribe to my channel, stay notified. Check in for next week's Freelancer Friday video. Take care for now, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.